Right, okay, cool. It's your boy Macdo TV. Welcome back. If this is your first time, please like, share, and subscribe. Support the channel, as your support goes a very long way. Helps me stay motivated, providing value to you people, and helping me grow as you guys grow too. Cool. So in the next 15 minutes, I am going to share how I managed to read 55 books in the space of 6 months. I'm sorry, I don't think you heard me. So I am going to share. Unbelievable. What is that? Cool. So if you're into self-help, discipline, business, and just making this moolah or money, moolah is what we say in the UK. I think we said that 5 years. Let's go. I'm done talking. Alright, cool. So I decided to take on this challenge inspired by Patrick. He mentioned that in order for you to maximize your chances at becoming a millionaire, you're gonna have to maximize your input. Now that also aligns with a lot of what Alex Hormozi believes in. If you don't know who those two people are, I recommend you go on YouTube right now and start looking at them. But his recommendation was, instead of doing 12 books a year, do 8 books a month. Now when I first heard it, I was like taken back. Whoa, you know, I'm not even reading at the moment. I mean, I've just finished reading 50 Cent, Hustle Smart, Hustle Hard. And I only read that because my business partner kind of like recommended too. And we decided to focus on making sure that I hit a specific number every month, i.e. 8. And off inspiration of some of the books I read, I decided to go for one more. So the 55 books in the space of 6 months actually works out to be around 9 books a month. Now, I'll aim for 8 minimum. If I've done anything extra, great. But that was pretty much it. Now, how did I find the time to read it? No, I'm not jobless. I actually do have a business, and I'm building another business and building another business, all aligned as well as learn. But the secret to reading is, for me personally, is audiobooks. Now, I think it's a no-brainer, but it wasn't that for me before I got into this. So how I got into it is I realized that, you know, times have changed. I can read this, I really can, but it's just boring. I'd rather just listen to it. And we have the technology that allows us to do that. So I am going to take advantage of the technology, like most of these fuckers, billionaires and trillionaires have done anyway. So excuse me, whoever doesn't want to validate my actual record skill, you want to make it seem like I did what this guy did. I don't give a toss. I still gained the information I needed to gain in those videos, which I'm going to share with you later on in this video. So in terms of how I went about reading them, it's quite straightforward. I literally replaced the raw music played and initially it was actually on Spotify, so it was actually quite easy. I was like, I'm kind of tired of listening to this, you know, many men wish death upon me, blood in my eyes and I can see, I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. I was tired, and I don't think I'll ever get tired of that song, but I just wanted to try something different. So I started to listen to the book instead. Like I said, recommended as well. Cool. That book changed my life. As in, it was relatable, it was funny, it was entertaining. It was like me and 50 Cent were having a conversation and he was just telling me about his life. And I was just like, what the fuck? As in, from his chess moves, from power to his plans, and I was just sitting there absorbing all the information and value. So yeah, that's how I went about it. Pretty much replaced, got into Spotify. Now the problem with Spotify which is, I'm going to warn you now, even though you pay with it, if you're in the UK, I think it's $11.99, or if you got like family, whatever, works out to be maybe slightly cheaper if you split it, whatever. You have an allowance of 15 hours. So once those 15 hours have run out, you, unfortunately, my brethren, will not be able to play all your books. You might, there's like a slight lag where you can get like 30 minutes, and it was frustrating because, well, I'm paying for Spotify, so I want to listen. I don't want to listen to music. I want to listen to something that you've played on your platform. So it doesn't make sense, does it? But I think it's all to do with the matrix, not built for consumers. Built for consumers and not producers. But we will get into that as we go on. Cool. So in terms of book selections, very simply inspired by people that I was already watching. So i.e. 50 Cent recommended 48 Laws of Power. So that was pretty much my follow-on book. Robert Greene is thank you. He's my mentor, and I thank him. Changed my life. So Robert Greene, he's got different books. I recommend you read every single one of them, especially if you're into self-development and you want to outsmart the world before it outsmarts you. I'd say Imran Ghazi as well. He done a full breakdown on the books you should read on the different stages of life. Now, key highlights from him, I'd say, is Reality Transurfing. Now, anytime I hear someone say pendulum, I'm just like, what? You know about the thing? You know about the thing? I think if you're trying to start off, probably wouldn't read that first because there's a lot to take in, and it's pretty much the size of this one. It took me like a week and a half to finish it, and I was reading every day. So yeah, no, probably 2 weeks. I'd say 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. So that's that. And then from Alex Hormozi, I would recommend every single book he's made. 100 million pounds offers and 100 million pound leads. Great. But in terms of solid structure, I would say 5 books on financial literacy. One of the books for that is Tony Robbins, Money Something. Books, you can read them and reread them at different stages of your life because they will constantly add value because of your perspective changing. I don't think it's a one-time thing. You want to build a relationship with these books and get your head working. My top basic ones are different, and the reason why I say that is because I've realized that a lot of people go with the usual Think and Grow Rich, great book, can't take anything away from it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, great book as well. But I can't lie, you've got to add Atomic Habits to that mix. What I want to do is, I feel like I'm giving out a lot of tips. I'm going to give you guys a full breakdown if you want it, but I need you to tell me, Mac, Dole TV, give me a full list of the books you're reading so that I can read them for myself, and I will give it to you. I don't have a problem with that. I've got nothing to hide. I'm here to help you same way someone helped me. Okay, cool. So share in the comments that you want a list of the books that I've read, and I'm happy to share that. But like I said, 5 mindset books, 5 literacy books, and then 5 sales books. I think that's a great start, and it gets your mind working. Cool. So we're getting to key lessons I've learned. Now, one of the things I've learned is the art of being relentless. And what that means is, Walt Disney, 100-year business, got 300 no when he first proposed his business. 300. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Hey, I'm Walt Disney and I've got this. Shut up, not interested. 300 times. So if you're discouraged, feeling like, is my things gonna work? The antidote to failure is persistence. Get persistent. So I'd say that's rule number 1. Cool. Number 2, I'd say you want to get learning, and what that means is you want to turn it into a habit. You want it to be, I think the main one thing I learned is that if you can improve by 1% Atomic Habits every single day, Every single day, you look at the end of the day and you say, what have I done to improve myself today? And you can say to yourself, raw, okay, I've read this book, or I've read that book, or I'm almost at the end of this book. By the end of the year, you're going to look at your life and it's going to be a complete different shithole. Might be a shithole now, but by the end of the year, it's going to be a slightly better shithole. So definitely get passionate about learning and improving yourself constantly. Cool. I'll say number 3, you need to understand that if you've got any limits in your head right now, they are stopping your growth and nobody else's. But it's your job to make sure that you remove any sort of limits from your head. Do that right now with me. Say, I reject any sort of limits. I am limitless. Cool. Number 4, detach yourself from your emotions. Robert Greene, Niccolo Machiavelli talk about the art of emotions, understanding that when you're making decisions, when you're dealing with human beings, your emotions need to be detached. You need to be able to control how you feel and understand the type of person you're dealing with so that you can outsmart them or protect yourself from being outsmarted. So control your emotions is key. This person is trying to insult me. Again, 4 agreements will tell you that you shouldn't take anything personal. And the reason why you shouldn't do that is because on top of you needing to read that book specifically, you shouldn't take anything personal, because a lot of times when people are attacking you, they want a reaction from you. If you don't give them a reaction, then they've got nothing to take, and they eventually will realize that they're wasting their time. That's summary, but there's more into it. But my recommendation is you read this for yourself. Now, if you guys want a proper breakdown of the books, I'm more than happy to do that, but please do share that in the comments. My top books, or books that I've definitely read, I would say number 1, Reality Transurfing. I'll say Atomic Habits, 12 Months to 1 Million, 50 Cents, Hustle Smart, Work Harder, and 48 Laws of Power. Those books I can read, and I've reread, and I'll reread again, because the information they have is key and timeless. There's more to it. I can make a 15 book list recommendation or 10 book list recommendation, but I hope that this video has added some value to you. Thank you for tuning in, and on to the next one. Now, I think I said that I'll be showing you this information in 15 minutes, but unfortunately I have beat the time. So we're now at 14 minutes and something. And if I do edit, as I think I'm going to edit, it might even be shorter. So we have to give you a bonus. And the bonus is, no, I'm joking. Cool. So the bonus is, guys, please, you need to understand that you've got to be your own hero. These things are not gonna get done for you. No one's coming to rescue you. No mommy and daddy. This is your self-education, and it should be just as important as you going to school or you trying to do something with yourself. Get learning. It's imperative. Another advice, I'm giving you lot free nuggets for free. I don't know. Anyways, another advice is, please understand that as you're learning, make sure that you share what you've learned with someone, because the best way to learn is to teach it to someone else. So my next video, which will probably go into a breakdown of the books, is actually probably my benefit too. But if you guys genuinely want to know what books I've read, what I think of them, please let me know in the comments and we'll go from there. Guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, let's do it. Stay powerful, and that's pretty much it. Till next time.